Hello, welcome back to Bridging the Gap. My name is David James. We are here with Bridging the Gap. We are a local producer. We are not part of PAC 14. We use this platform to bring forth information, but once again, the information we bring forth is not the thought and feeling of PAC 14. We do appreciate them allowing us to use this as our avenue of bringing forth information, and we hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're here today talking about a couple of things, as I'll be bringing my wife on in a few minutes, talk about the Praise in the Park we have coming up, but I also want to talk about prayer and prayer vigils. Here locally, there has been there's been an effort to try to organize by Pastor Craig Mitchell, if you've seen him up here with us a lot of times. There's been he's tried to get prayer vigils going. Now, the question is how many people are going to get involved with it, and why would they get involved with it? It is very important that we understand the need for prayer, okay? And when I say that, a lot of times we get together and we pray when something happens, and guess what? There's always something happen. I do believe that a community that prays stays together, and things are strengthened in that community the more we pray. Now, of course, prayer ain't the only thing. We also have to have communication and things like that. But when we have community leaders such as Pastor Mitchell that steps up to try to do these kind of things, it'd be a great idea if the community got involved. My co-anchor, Colin McEvers, last week after the tragic death of Charlie Kirk, also organized a prayer vigil over at the college. And again, I think that's a great idea. But I really think we need to start praying as a community more often, taking more of an opportunity to get out there and be a difference. I always like to tell people back in the day of Little House on the Prairie days, and again, it wasn't just on TV, but the community thrived when it was surrounded with prayer, when it surrounded itself with the things of God. And we live in a society now where they want to delete God out of everything. I don't think that's a good idea. We really have an issue here where violence happens on a constant. It happens a lot, and it doesn't just happen on a national level, as we've seen, unfortunately, what happened with Brother Kirk there. But here locally, we had a family member just found dead in the river over there. Again, all the information hasn't came back, but I don't think that's very natural that it happens. And I do believe that there's a lot of things that are plaguing our area because of the stronghold that can be broken down in prayer. Why am I talking about that here on Bridging the Gap? Because it's as important as in the next interview. It truly is. As a nation, we are known to pray when there is despair, when there's an issue, when there's a problem. And I understand us doing that then. But why does it come to that point in order for us to pray? Do we have problems day by day? Absolutely. Every time you ride down the road and you see the homeless out there and in need, there's a reason to pray. Not just to pray, also if you can, you need to extend and help them, but it's always a need for prayer. The prayer vigil that's coming up on September the 24th that Pastor Mitchell is organizing will be at Unity Square. If you can, I don't care what political party, I don't care what you come from as far as your background, if you can, try to come out there. And don't come out there because you want to do a photo op, as a lot of times the mainstream media comes out and things like that. You don't want to come out there for that. But if you can, please, on September 24th, it starts at 7 o'clock. Come on out there. Be a part of it, because our community needs each and every one of us together, coming together in unity, uniquely at Unity Square. But again, if you come out there, this is another thing I want to say. If you come out there, don't come out there begrudging. Come out there ready to help others. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Well, if you have an issue that you need to forgive someone, Forgive them. Because when you don't forgive, you can't ask when you already got something on your plate that needs to be cleared. When I'm saying that, if you don't forgive others, when you pray, God don't hear your prayer. So prepare yourself, but please be a part of the prayer vigil. Be a part of every point of communication with the community, and watch what happens in return. We'll be coming back in a few minutes with our main segment where we'll be talking to my wife about this upcoming Praise in the Park. But I really hope that that point has been driven home about prayer, because it's very important for our community that we come together in prayer. This is Bridging the Gap.
Street holding a sign. I know what it says, but look in my eyes. I need more than money. I am the single mother of 3. I know how it looks, but please don't condemn me. I need you to reach me. Pray for me, will you speak to me? Be moved by compassion for me. Help me, I'm falling. Does anybody hear me calling now? I'm calling out for help. I'm in too deep to save myself, or I'd save myself, or I need someone to help me.
Okay, everyone, we're back, and we're now joined by my wife, Keisha James.
Hi, it's good to be back.
Yes. Keisha, we want to talk a little bit about the Praise in the Park and where we're at right now. Can you talk to us about what we need?
Well, first of all, I praise God that we're actually able to do it again. Mm-hmm. You know, God is doing marvelous things, and I'm so excited because I feel like it's going to be big. I feel like something really big is going to happen this time, and all good. I don't think we'll be people interfering. I think it's all God, and there will be no distractions, no opposition, and I just know God's going to do something big.
Now, thank you. And when you're saying that you feel like there'll be no opposition, you're talking about the fact about our last one. We actually were faced with a
No Kings rally.
That was, but actually, we actually have had a little bit of questionable area there.
People keep wanting the park, and I'm like, there's other events going on. So I'm like, you know what, devil, you don't have this. There's so many people that want to step up and help out. Absolutely. Because it's all for the community. It's for our homeless, and we've got blessing bags, and we've got people. I literally just got off the phone with someone wanting to donate to provide food, because unfortunately you can't just get food ahead of time. It's not that type of thing, because it's an outdoor event, and it's not restaurant quality freezers. Unfortunately we can't purchase till that day, which is fine, but we do have people stepping up and saying, look, I got your food, what do you want me to do?
Right, absolutely.
And I've got Venmo, I've got Zelle, I've got most of the platforms for electronically donating. So
good.
If anyone is interested in helping out, go ahead and do so. You can reach out to me by Facebook Messenger. That will work.
Okay, and we'll put the information down at the bottom of the screen there. I want to get back to this people trying to get the park. Now, this weekend of can you give us the date of the Praise in the Park first?
September 20th, this Saturday, coming right on up.
Starting at what time?
from 10, and we have the park for the day. You know, I have it scheduled from like 10 to 2, but there's always room for the Lord to move, you know. So if we're there a little bit longer, we do have it for the day.
Thank you. Now, this you've been getting phone calls from the city, other people trying to, because it's the Folk Festival weekend, which is kind of unique. Normally, most people during the Folk Festival are downtown, and I actually, you being my wife, I actually had an opportunity. I had to call up the mayor. Was like, "What's up with this other person?" And then, you know, didn't you have someone actually wonder if they were part of us?
Yeah, someone called and they were trying to get the park, and so the young man that works with me, I have a person that I work with every time because we do Praise in the Park twice a year.
Sure.
So he helps out, and he was like, "So Keisha, is this person, this group with you?" I'm like, "No, sir." So, and then the next person that called, she was like, "Do you really only want the park from 10 to 11? Who gets the park for an hour?"
Right.
So I'm like, it's like, is that just the enemy? I'm like, no, he can't take my joy.
Interesting.
Like, something big is definitely going to happen at this Praise in the Park.
Awesome. And
I can't say that enough. I'm sorry.
No, that's the way we definitely want to move in expectation. Again, and I don't want to say it's a concern because you've definitely taught me, to not get too concerned with things that I can't control. But when we were talking about this last time, there was, like, you have permission. You've had permission for the park for a number of months now.
Yeah.
And when we were in communication with the mayor last time, and there were some internal things that they had to fix with the city, where the reason why there was able to be a No Kings rally that's actually scheduled the same spot as our Praise in the Park is because that permit was granted not by the mayor's office but by the
sheriff's office.
Well, no, not the sheriff. Actually, the city's police office.
Right,
so
that's it.
So we're just hoping that this is not a same scenario there. But on the positive side, it is good. We're having an outpouring of a lot of people. We've got. As far as the speakers, you've got a number of people.
I've got several speakers lined up. Usually it's just 2. Usually there's one that opens, and then, of course, this young man over here, he's always the leader, and he does like the big one. But we have several speakers, and I'm sure we'll have testimonies. I have a surprise that even you don't know about yet, so I'm praying on it. So
awesome.
I was able to set that in motion on Saturday, so prayerfully it'll come to play. If not, God knows what he's doing. So I'm just excited. There's going to be singing. I have an awesome keyboardist coming in, and he's so anointed on the keys. Not to put anyone else to shame who's played before, but he's really good, and he's got a strong heart for God. He's really gifted. God really did a number with him to be able to play several instruments, but he's going to be on the keyboard, and we have some guitarists this time. So I'm really excited. We always have the drums. Brother Donnie is amazing.
Sure.
And he plays every time. He's always willing to play, and I just love it.
And we're hoping to have Pastor Craig Mitchell come out, and I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do, but I know at the last prayer vigil he sang, and the brother can sing.
Yeah. And it is the Praise in the Park, so I'm all down for as much singing as we can do. And I know people say, oh, they have a beautiful voice or whatever, but you know, the word says make a joyful noise unto the Lord. So we're out there to have a good time, and we're out to shout and give glory and honor to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and his name is Jesus.
All right, awesome, absolutely.
The one true King.
Now, you do have, I know at least one elected official that's going to be there. Councilwoman April Jackson says that she's planning to be there. But you have also invited other elected officials,
yes,
correct?
Other elected officials are to come. I believe Julie Giordano will be out there. Usually our mayor makes an appearance, you know, but he's busy, as many of them are. They keep pretty full schedules, but Brother Mayor, I wanted to call him
Mayor. I love that. Brother Mayor.
I like that.
Okay.
Mayor Taylor does usually step out, and I just so appreciate him because he allows us to have this in the park. And contrary to belief, he has a heart for God also. And one of his interviews he did, and it'll never go out of my mind. He's like, he starts with Jesus every day, but by 11 o'clock, you know, but we deal with issues in this world, but I'm so glad he does have a heart for Jesus, and he wants to do the things to step up and do things what's right for our city.
Outstanding. Now, one great thing I'd like to say, especially in the atmosphere we're living in now, where you've got political violence going on, is the fact of there is no political sides here. I mean, April Jackson is being I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind anybody knowing she's a Democrat, and then we've got the mayor who's a Republican mayor, but they're all wanting to get involved because they know that it's a need. Now, you said the focus is on the homeless, correct?
It's for the homeless. We want to make sure that people are aware that they are hungry, they need shelter. So the best part about it is we may not be able to give them shelter, but that's another person who will be there, Bishop Dickerson, and he'll be speaking on behalf of
he's from the Christian shelter.
Yes, he runs that, and I'm so thankful for him. But we will have blessing bags, so that supplies them with their toiletries, you know, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, so on. You know, they're out there, and they may not have the funds to purchase these things, and so we have lots of donations. Latoya Deal is supposed to be donating. Someone from church actually donated a dozen blessing bags yesterday.
That's
so
great.
God is certainly on the move, and I'm just so thankful for those that are stepping up and doing such a wonderful thing for Christ, because that's who all the glory goes to him anyway.
Absolutely. And I've seen a lot of advertisement and a lot of people sharing it on Facebook. And actually a really good friend of mine, Wookie, a lot of people know him from the radio from OC 104 days. He's actually going to be out there, and I'm excited to see what he has to say.
And we have someone coming from across the bridge also. I'm really excited to see what he has to say also.
Yes.
Brother Michael?
Merkel. He's coming from Kennedyville, right?
Yep, coming from Kennedyville. So that's probably not across the bridge, but close to it.
It's not here.
It's not here.
Wow.
So this is really exciting.
It is really exciting.
Because it's not just an in-house church thing. It's everybody, and I love that. That coming together. Putting the unity in community. Someone else said that, and I really like that.
You said, thank you, it's not just one church. There's several churches.
There's several churches stepping up.
Wow.
We have Bishop Dickerson from his church, and we have Craig Mitchell, who's a pastor of his church. And it's just our church, Risen Life. That's our home church. But I mean, we are a daughter work, so Rebirth Life. We have people from down in the country coming, and it's just so exciting. I can't say that enough. God, thank you.
Right, awesome. She's just excited about it,
Yeah.
Now, thank you. So, is there anything else that there isn't a need for? Like, I mean, even if they were to just bring it on site on Saturday, what would you tell someone that wanted to bring something on site to help?
Well, I would say the blessing bags, because we have to be very careful with the health department. They have rules set in place and standards, especially when it comes to food. So yes, so if anybody wants to help, and that would be easy, that's not freezer food, would be the chips and the water. That's a blessing to us. But I really have to be careful as to what food comes in. That's why I need to purchase that myself and get it.
And that's just because, number one, you want to make anybody sick. Number two, you want to make sure you keep things decent and in order.
Yes. And we do have ice and stuff, so everything will be the way it needs to be, and so because it is an outdoor event. So I can't say how excited I am. Did I say that before?
The last time that we were out there, I remember we had a testimony from a 70-year-old homeless lady. Wow.
Yes.
And man,
unfortunately, we haven't seen her.
No, we haven't. You know what I mean? And it's really scary. Actually, she was talking about, because she was living in that parking lot that has just been sold over by Royal Farms, and she was really upset because she felt like they were being pushed as far as the homeless, pushed, but there's no place for them to go.
Yeah.
So we definitely want the homeless to know that they are cared about, and it's not just about the food. I mean, we definitely, most importantly, importantly, we want to give them word, but also we try to, as they leave, we give them blessing, not only blessing bags, but Bibles and things like that. And is there anything else, like clothing?
Well, I'm really excited that you mentioned that, because Sister Lakia, she usually sets up a table for them also. And it's going to be cold weather, so she usually has scarves and gloves for them. So, yes, clothing is sometimes available. I'm not going to speak too much on what she'll have.
Sure.
I don't really know, but she usually has those cold weather items available. And again, if someone knows someone that's homeless and you want to do for them, I think one of the best places to go is to the Christian shelter. Direct them there. They have a worker there on site that will do an intake process, because you have to be careful. There are children at the Christian shelter, and so you have to be careful who you allow in. But if you know someone who is homeless, direct them there, and I'm telling you, the staff there is amazing. And it's not to put down Halo or anything like that. It's just that we work a lot with the Christian shelter. We serve the first Tuesday of every month, second Tuesday of every month, and we just have a great rapport with them. So go there, and they'll keep you on that faith-based trail, because that's what it's all about, and putting God first.
Okay. So is there anything else as far as we get close to praising the part that you want to talk about?
Well, if you're a praying person,
importantly,
I'd like everyone to pray that it is successful and that lives will be changed, and the awareness, and more people will want to step up. I know Bishop Dickerson will be there, so he'll talk about the needs of the shelter and the volunteers that are needed and whatever other needs they may have. So just be aware that they are out there, and you can help in some way, shape, or form. You can help our homeless community.
I heard a statistic the other day that in a year's time, 800 homeless people get fed a year, and that doesn't mean just one time by the Halo shelter.
Right.
I've also, we've actually worked with a lot of homeless families that are no longer homeless, and there are success stories.
Very successful.
They just needed someone to show them that, not just that they care.
Give them that encouragement.
Yes, that they're there to encourage them,
And that help.
Sure does.
A lot of people could be, what's the word that I want to use? They might be embarrassed by their situation, and they may even turn down the help. But we have to be there. We have to give them that lifting hand. And this is word. This is word. We are called to serve.
Absolutely. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And it's kind of, I like to use the words, I think, was it Craig Mitchell or Pastor Mitchell and Bishop Dickerson that said boots on the ground first?
Yeah.
They started saying, I guess there's actually a song, but
it was
really
actually Bishop Dickerson. He said it first, and then it just trickled on down the line.
It's all about being out there on the front line. So again, if you're not busy and even if you are busy, if you got time on Saturday morning, please come out there. Be
September 20th at City Park at the bandstand, well known, right there by the water. Again, they'll be singing, they'll be preaching, they'll be teaching, they'll be loving, and it's just awesome.
Join us.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us here at Bridging the Gap. We'll be seeing you soon.
Bye.